Hello, today in this particular video we are going to discuss Article 142 of Indian Constitution. Some of the time student gets confused what this Article 142 is, what is the meaning of complete justice is, why Supreme Court used this Article 142 to give complete justice, what authorities have been provided by this Constitution to the Supreme Court, in what matters actually, in what areas Supreme Court can utilize this Article 142, what is the merit of this Article 142, what is the demerit of Article 142. Everything we are going to discuss in this particular video. So please watch this video till the end. This is Legacy IAS Academy. I am Pawan Kant. So first we are going to discuss is what this basically Article 142 is. See, Supreme Court basically is a dispute resolving body that everyone consider it actually. When actually two or three parties are approaching to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court according to the evidence will say that this case judgment will favor A or B or C. But in some situations Supreme Court think that when making the judgment based on the evidence, it sometimes feel that other parties is not getting complete justice. So in that particular case, Supreme Court can go ahead and can do something that is extraordinary, just so that everyone in that particular case involved, every stakeholders, those who are involved, they should get complete justice. So that is this Article 142 is. For example, Ayodhya case was there. In Ayodhya case, three parties are approaching to the Supreme Court and they were asking simple question. This is particular land and this land belongs to whom? That's it. So Supreme Court need to decide based on the evidence that this land belongs to A or B or C, that's it. But here what Supreme Court has done? Supreme Court has divided the land, give to the different parties, and when Supreme Court find that one party is not getting complete justice, even though based on evidence the case has been resolved, but just so that that party should feel that complete justice has been done, some extra land was provided as a compensation. That is complete justice is. So this thing basically is mentioned in our constitution. This Article 142 actually, it provides Supreme Court a discretionary power. That means Supreme Court only will decide when Supreme Court can use this Article 142, and this is available only to the Supreme Court, not to the High Court. Correct? This is the thing we need to understand. Just for that, for doing complete justice in any case, Supreme Court do this thing. Next thing we need to understand, such decree or order, they shall be enforceable throughout the territory of India. This will going to be applicable throughout the territory of India under any law or made by any parliament. That means if Supreme Court making this particular or using this Article 142 and during this time, if Supreme Court think that complete justice has not been done, and in that complete justice Supreme Court has passed such an order that is going against parliament law, then what will happen? That means when there is a conflict between Article 142 versus any parliament law or any state law, then what will happen? Article 142 definitely will going to get upper hand compared to parliament law. That means parliament law cannot provide a boundary, cannot provide the restriction to the Article 142. That is the power of Article 142 is. So this provision actually gives this sweeping power in the Supreme Court for providing this complete justice. And most of time, this Article 142 actually had been utilized in human right case and environmental protection case. This thing we need to understand. Now, still if you are not able to understand, first we need to understand when this Article 142 can be used. So for that we need to understand that there are few important criteria are there. Like for example, whenever situation is very exceptional, I told you whenever situation is very exceptional situations always demand some exceptional cases or exceptional understandings, so exceptional judgments also. So during that time this Article 142 will going to be utilized. Same for example, when there is a larger public interest is involved, then also this Article 142 can be utilized. For example, Supreme Court says that liquor cannot be sold where? Along the highways, 500 meters along the highways, liquors cannot be sold. Correct? So why actually Supreme Court has done? For this larger public interest, even though those who are actually involved in this particular business, hospitality business or this liquor industries, they are going to lose the job. But still, in the larger public interest, Supreme Court can use this Article 142 to put the ban on liquor selling along the highways, so that to avoid the drink and drive case. Because of that, many accidents used to happen. Same, for example, when there is a need to enhance the confidence in the law. That means confidence in the law. For example, poor peoples are there. A big corporate house came. The big corporate house has taken away the land, even though they have paid some amount. Compensation amount has been given, but still that is not considered as complete justice, even though compensation has been given. So in that case, for example, Supreme Court can use this Article 142 to give complete justice. For example, Supreme Court can ask the corporate house to give each and every household one member job need to be given into that factory. Some type of actually order can be passed by this Supreme Court, so that there is a enhance the confidence in the law happen, okay, to the people, so that people should think that everyone is below the law only. Law is above everyone. Same, for example, when there is a need to strengthen the democracy. For example, elections is there. So according to this Article 142, or with the help of this Article 142, Supreme Court can pass some orders so that the trust in the democracy can be restored, like to get rid of this criminalization of politics, politicization of the criminals, or for example, to conduct the cases that involve politicians through fast track court cases. So these things has been done by the Supreme Court here. Or for example, when it increases the faith of the citizens in the system. If for example, I told you this Bhopal gas tragedy was there, a lot of peoples were there, they have actually suffered, they are actually close relatives, kith and kin, they have died, they have lost a lot of things, but they were not given proper compensation. So Supreme Court can help here, and Supreme Court had done this earlier to provide the compensation to those victims of this Bhopal gas tragedy, so that it can increase the faith of the citizens in the system. These are the few important areas where again I am telling you, these situations are not mentioned in the Constitution. Constitution has not mentioned anything what are the grounds are there where actually we can use, or Supreme Court can use this Article 142. These are just examples through various past judgment given by the Supreme Court. Now, for example, examples of this Article 142. Famous this Union Carbide case was there. In this Union Carbide case, what happened? In 1989, Supreme Court invoked this Article 142 to provide relief, awarding the compensation of the victims affecting the Bhopal gas tragedy. I told you they were not giving proper compensation. This was Union Carbide versus Union of India case, where Anderson, one person, was involved. Correct? So in that particular case, Supreme Court has actually issued compensation. This much amount need to be given to the victims of this Bhopal gas tragedy. Another example we can quote, for example, coal block allocation case. Here in 2014, Supreme Court used this provision of Article 142 and cancelled the allocation of the coal blocks granted from 1993 onwards who were guilty of wrongdoings and imposed a penalty on coal mined illegally. Here actually Supreme Court has put a blanket ban. Even though because of that reasons it may be possible few have actually received this coal block allocation through a fair means, but they also have been punished here, just so that complete justice should be there, so that it should not be that natural resources has been exploited by the private person for the private gain, not for the public purpose. So Supreme Court has completely cancelled all the coal blocks from since this 1993. Another important, for example, this I already told you this example, ban on liquor sale on highways. So in 2016, Supreme Court has used this Article 142 and put the ban on sale of alcohol within this stipulated distance of 500 meters from the outer edge of the highways. So such a decision has been taken to avoid the accident due to drink and drive case. So here what Supreme Court has done, here in this particular case, in the public interest, in the larger public interest, this Article 142 has been used. Now, what is the merit? Why actually Supreme Court is using this Article 142? So merit is this: Supreme Court is not merely, I told you, Supreme Court is not merely a dispute resolving institutions. It has been given a larger mandate to give complete justice. So that is the reason is it also sets out a system of checks and balance. it control to the other branches of the government. For example, in Visakha case or Visakha versus State of Rajasthan case, Supreme Court has laid down various guidelines regarding to protect the women from the sexual harassment. Even today we are having one act, protection of women, okay, at the workplace from the sexual harassment. But at that time it was not there. So here Supreme Court has given the guidelines to give the complete justice to the women. So Supreme Court has used this Article 142. So even though this was the work of Parliament, so it was going against this separation of power, but still Supreme Court has used this, using this judicial activism. Correct? This is an example of judicial activism also. This Article 142 has been used. But we know that everything, whenever Supreme Court do, that doesn't mean कि always merit will be there. Sometimes demerit also can be possible. For example, I am telling you demerit. What is the demerits are there? First is unaccountability. For example, in environmental cases, protection of environment, Supreme Court, for example, has issued a judgment, or Delhi High Court also issued a judgment, for example. So Supreme Court says that those vehicles, those more than 10 years of old diesel vehicles are there, they cannot enter into Delhi NCR regions. So there are a lot of trucks were there, they were carrying essential goods and services, goods to the Delhi NCR regions like milk, vegetables and all this. Now they were not able to enter into the city because of this blanket ban on this more than 10 years of diesel vehicle. So what will happen now? So in such situations, what will happen? Unaccountability. कि आपने तो ban लगा दिया, but what will happen to the people now? They will going to suffer. So this is one most important, because see, Supreme Court is not expert on every subject. So because of that, who will going to suffer? Government, because government need to prove this accountability in the Parliament. But what about the Supreme Court accountability? Supreme Court is not accountable to anyone, correct? Except the Constitution, correct? So that is the thing, problem will happen. Another is judicial overreach. Judicial activism is okay, but when Supreme Court do something, okay, more than judicial activism, it will become judicial overreach. Even judicial overreach is not good. It is not welcome, okay, in any system. So because of this judicial activism, sometimes Supreme Court start entering into that area that not belong to the Supreme Court. That means sometimes Supreme Court start doing the work of other organ of the state, for example, on the behalf of legislatures, on the behalf of executive. So again, it is not good at all. Next is violation of separation of power. So you can link through this only. So because of that, then violation of separation of power will happen. So these are some of the demerits are there of this Article 142. But basically this Article 142 has been used by Supreme Court to give more good to the people, so that their faith in the system can be increased, so that their faith in the Constitution can be enhanced. So definitely Article 142 is good, okay, for the people as well as for the system also. So this is all about Article 142. I hope you understand this entire Article 142. If you like, please subscribe, okay, and share with your friends. Thank you.